What is up? It's your girl Shanelle Gabriel, and you are listening to the Compound Movement. Yes. Rebuilding your ideas of health and fitness. So feel free to pull up a chair, relax, because it's going to be a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful episode today, because I have a very beautiful guest in here. But before we introduce her, we're going to just check in with the news and talk about what's going on and what's going on in life. Just do a quick check-in. So you guys have been just looking forward to, at the time that I'm taping this, I'm preparing for the New York City Half Marathon. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't prepare at all for the New York City Half Marathon. And we're just going to pray for me. You know, you're just going to pray that the sweepers don't come and have to drag me. For those of you that are not familiar with what sweepers are, at the end of marathons, half marathons, 5Ks, there is a van that goes around. It just goes, you ain't going to make it. Just get in the car. Just stop. There's just, this is real thing. There's a van, there's medics, and they're just sitting there, and they're in the van, and they're just like, you know what, you're not going to finish before these cars need to come. So we're going to close the course. That was a nice try. You get an E for effort and get in this van. The sweepers might come for me on Sunday. So, but if they don't, I think I'll be all right. I figure, now I'm lying. I think I'll be fine. I'm pretty good about that. Pretty good about running, and running has been a part of my regiment. And I've also been doing HIIT classes. So another fun announcement. So if you are, I don't know if you're familiar with ClassPass. It's an app/program where you can take workouts and fitness classes and jump in the gym, you know, even if you're not a member. And it's like a subscription service. You have access to a whole bunch of gyms throughout New York City, even actually outside of New York City. So fun thing, they launched this whole thing called ClassPass Live. And it's literally a live workout that you get to take. You pay a little extra fee, and then you can actually get a heart rate monitor. It's an interactive thing whereby the trainers, as we're in the studio, can see what you're doing at home, in a sense, based on your heart rate, things like that, and heart rate zones and things like that. So it's really bomb. But I can finally announce, I've been doing this for quite some time, I am one of the background talent on that. It is wonderful. Yes, cheer for me. Whoop, whoop, ow, ow. And usually I'm doing the modified version, because, as you know, if you've listened to the podcast, you know I absolutely love the ideas of progressions and regressions and what that looks like. Being able to make an exercise harder versus exercise being easier. Those are things that are challenging for some people. I love it. I love the idea of, okay, this person can't do this. How do we do this? So it's a little bit for everybody. So just saying, yay, celebration. You know, you got to give props where it's due. And that's been a lot of work. So I've been doing a lot of HIIT workouts, which has been helping me. And I think a lot of times we think about runners not thinking about the different things that they need to do to be effective runners. And we're going to have a guest come on that eventually that's going to talk a little bit more about what we need to do to train for that. But just knowing that, you know, being stronger helps you move. You know, being stronger helps you in that area too. So just a little tip though. But yeah, ClassPass, whoop, whoop. I'm doing it. I'm getting it. All right. So just in the news, just checking out the news. So the World Health Organization, the World Health Organization, no, that's what their acronym is, who is looking into seeing the potential risks of plastic in drinking water. You know how everybody's been talking about the idea of like BPAs, bottles, water bottles, and what that looks like and how that's affecting us as I drink from said plastic bottle of water. But they're saying there's no evidence of danger in it, but they're studying it, and that they found out that there's some microparticles that sometimes gets in the water, and you're drinking, the average bottle of water has up to 10 microparticles possibly in it, and they're studying to see if it's actually toxic to you. You know, these are things that I always say, I try to do the whole glass bottle thing, but it makes my bag so much heavier, and then sometimes I just want to throw out the bottle or recycle it and use it for other things like okay, I'm lying. I just recycle it. I don't do anything creative. I just put it in a bag. My dad sometimes takes it and gets the 5 cents. So, you know, I drink water it's an investment in Black business. That's what I like to think of it as. But yeah, thinking about that, you know, just make sure we're careful about what we put in our body. I think the idea of using said products is not always the best, but you know, I understand also that the convenience of it, convenience is the thing. You know, when you can make something easy, on your life that makes everything harder. That makes it harder to get rid of it. But with all that said, I hope you guys have picked up a few issues of different things that have come out. Women's Health Magazine has a really good article about dealing with I'm sorry. Actually, let me get the article. Oh my gosh, how did I get that? So I'm one of those people that has like every fitness magazine. I subscribe to like all of them. And then for this show, I'm subscribing to the Men's Health Magazine because I don't want to just like talk to my ladies. I have to talk to my fellas too. And so, but they're talking about outside of, flip it over, outside of the fact that Katie Holmes, right? She kept her name. Katie Holmes is on the cover. I do have a peeve about that because I'm like, oh, what you be doing? You be doing exercise? I don't know. Are you just cute? I don't know. But there was a really good article about the idea of digital therapy, that being something that's really big now. A lot of people are just, we use our phones for everything. Why not use it to be healthy in our mind, right? Why not? If I can text my friend and be like, girl, let me tell you what's going on. Or, you know what? I'm going through something. Now at least you have a different way that you can express things if you don't want to text your friend about it. So there's one mental health professional per 200,000 people who need help. So these apps are now like filling in the gaps. So Happy, there's Talkspace, and they connect you with live humans who are actually listening to you. So there's one called Wobot. I think that's a very cute ass name. Woe is me, bot. It's a new free privacy protected app. So it's cute. I think I still do need a person. So if you need help, please don't just rely on technology that may or may not know your story and may just be getting the backstory and may give you, some weak advice. That's just my thought. So, all right. So make sure you check out what's on the newsstands. There's one other thing I won't go into it, but there's more sex, less stress. Let's try this simple solution. I think that's a pretty simple solution to life, more sex, less stress. There's some people that just need to get some, and then maybe they'll be all right. I'm just saying, it's okay. I know I get a little, easily aggravated when it's been a while. So I've been easily aggravated a lot lately, but, it's okay. I'm telling y'all my business. Don't judge me. So I'm going to go on that note, let's start talking to our guest. So we have a guest in the building, and figure this is a nice little groovy way to bring our guest in. Because, she's just so beautiful. And, this is a classic track, True Hell. You know why? Because beauty is her name. I'm so excited to bring to you, if you are hailing from New York, this is definitely somebody that you are, excited about, that you think is amazing because, she's representing New York. What the fudge? You got to clap it up. We got to bring in, show some love for Genesis Suero. Am I pronouncing that last name right?
Suero, correct.
Suero. I was trying to put the little in it. Sometimes people do that and it's just bad. Let me just stop failing at this life. But yes, so glad to have you on, Genesis.
Thank you for having me, Shanelle.
Oh my goodness. And you are every bit as sweet and gorgeous as you look on stage.
Thank you.
No, because you just have so much personality. You're so vibrant. I mean, she has such good energy.
Thank you.
So I, thinking about everything that I've read, I'm not even going to go into stuff I've read. I want to just talk to you. This is a conversation. And we're going to talk a little bit about beauty, a little bit about fitness, and just a little about stereotypes, because sometimes just the world that we live in focuses so much on the beauty that we don't always think about the things that make someone beautiful. And I think it's important. It's important to have these conversations around that and not just think that you are not just someone beautiful to look at. You are actually, you be hustling, you be out here, you be going all over the place, working out and working on a lot of different projects. So, but first of all, I guess, how did you get into the pageant world? I just want to know, was it like a instant thing, or did people just tell you should get into it and you jumped in?
No. I was actually motivated by another woman. Mm-hmm. Her name is Adaime de la Cruz. She participated in the Miss Universe pageant in 2009, and she made it first runner-up. She was this beautiful Dominican, dark skin tone. And when I saw her, I said, wait, we have the same color skin, so we are all beautiful, because I thought that only light-skinned women were beautiful. And when I saw her, I said, wait, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. And I thought I was going to be Miss Dominican Republic, but the circumstances of life brought me to the United States, to New York. And
so you
here
just
I
came,
am.
you came here and did it here.
Yes, correct.
So you hail from Dominican Republic.
Yes, I was born in the Dominican Republic.
Awesome. So now that you're in New York, so where did you head to when you got to New York? I'm just curious.
Well, I came to Brooklyn.
That's right.
It's
I was
New
waiting for her to say it.
Brooklyn, go hard.
Yes, you know. See, no matter what, if you live in Brooklyn, you just end up with that pride from Brooklyn. You could be from wherever, but the moment you fully get yourself situated in Brooklyn, you're like, I'm from Brooklyn, you know.
I agree. Even that I also have a little bit of Harlem because I live in Harlem now.
Oh, so you went uptown.
Yes.
Okay. How was that? Like, how does Harlem differ from Brooklyn?
It's actually not different, not that much different because I still have the same diversity of people. I have Latinos, I have African Americans, I have Caucasians. So Harlem right now is what we call like a Dominican sancocho. It's everybody in Harlem. So it's very rich in culture, and I love it because that's who I am.
All right.
I'm a woman that came from another country, bringing more culture to New York.
So you're bringing that flavor.
I agree.
There you go. Bring that DR flavor up here. So, so just so you know, I found you. So I'm like I said, I'm very, very New York, and so I knew when you.
Me too.
Very New York, perfect. And well, now you know you got the title now. Like I thought I was very New York, but you actually have a title behind it.
I do tron you, girl.
But thinking about that, like I found you. Actually, I was looking on a Instagram page for a gym that I follow. That on my Instagram. Hey, you make sure you're following the Compound Movement. That. I found you on there, and I was like, wow, she's really into like fitness and working out. And I think sometimes we think when people have smaller frames, it's just natural, it's genetic, and it might very well maybe, but they're like, oh, there's no need to work out. You can eat whatever, and you're gonna just stay slim, but you still stay fit and then still value fitness. So, what role does fitness play in your life, like working out?
Well, you need to have a very healthy body. You only have one body, so you need to treat it right.
Yes.
It's the body that carries you around. It's the body that provides you energy. And you need to feed your brain. Your brain needs to exercise. And you also need to eat healthy. If you don't eat healthy, you are not going to feel good. Like, for example, when you put bad gas to a car,
Yes. So
your engine
is just it's
not
gonna run the same way.
Yeah, it's not going to run the same. So it's like when you stay at home, like a couch potato, and you go to the gym, you're actually functioning better, and you have a lot of energy. I have a very, very busy life and a very, very busy schedule.
Yes.
So when I go to the gym, I feel like a brand new Genesis.
Oh, see, so there you go, right from the beginning.
And I encourage everybody to work out.
Everybody to work out. So I think that's a really good way to look at it. The idea that gym. I think people don't think about the gym giving you energy because it's like I have to go and work.
It does.
out.
It does. It's very hard. I mean, it's very hard getting to the gym, but once you're there, you got nothing but weights to lift.
There's nothing but weights to lift. That's what you went there for. You better do that. I mean, you train at well, the place I saw you was a Tone House, which is that's an athletic.
Yeah,
it's
the most
crazy.
intensive workout studio in New York City. I do Tone House. My favorites are Tone House and the Fitting Room.
Oh, Fitting Room. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're popping up everywhere. There's one actually on the block of the place I work.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. So what were you always like active and physically active around, and or did it just kind of like go, hey, I need to get into this?
No, I always been active because I love to eat. Like I'm a fat girl in a small frame. So when I was in high school, I used to play softball. I went to John Adams High School in Queens. So I used to be outfitter.
Oh, okay. So you went hard. So you played there, and then afterwards you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna start just going to the gym and just try to continue being active that way.
Correct.
That way. So you mentioned something, the idea that that you were slim, but you're a slim girl, but you have a healthy appetite, which I love. I love you guys. I love you. My sister is actually that way. My sister has always eaten more than I have, and she's always been like an extra small. She gained a little weight. She getting a little thick now, but growing up, like she was always very, very slim. But I'm like, she eats more than I do. So thinking about that, like how genetics play a role in that. Like, were there any moments where you thought that you didn't want to be skinny or you didn't want to be slender, or was it just always a place of acceptance of like what your body looked like?
No, I mean, I accept how my body is, but obviously I go to the gym to enhance and work on some parts of my body. We all have the same issue that don't like certain parts from our body. So the best resource is go to the gym to fix the little part that you want to fix, get some muscle, and still be healthy. And also going to the gym helps with your skin. You look brighter.
Right.
You look brighter.
So
you sweat those toxins out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna bring the skin knowledge, the wealth of knowledge, as a person that works with to skin in general. So thinking about that idea of how you said you sweat out toxins, but a lot of people, some people break out, or what do you need to do after you work out for your face?
You need to wash your face right away.
Right away?
Yeah, right away.
I mean, I gotta get home to the gym though.
Yeah, especially if you break out. I mean, you need to see my handbag. I carry
oh, you got like the whole thing. You like pretty much got everything with you.
So if you really want to take care of your skin, you carry around with you.
Oh my goodness. Is it really heavy? Do I have to like
I mean,
I hate toner. I don't like
No, don't make that excuse. They sell the low sizes. So you don't need to carry the full sizes.
Oh, so I have to get the travel size, and then I have to be, but it just seems so extra. I just lifted these weights like muscle, hold on, let me exfoliate. It just feels
Why not? And look, imagine yourself with those nice muscles, and then that killer skin, that killer face.
You guys had to see the face. She posed and looks like she gave this all the face. She just gave everything like She gave us a sexy face. She gave us a sexy face. Y'all didn't see it. You have to check the YouTube to see it. But no, you're right. It's definitely my laziness of that side. I'm like,
you need to combine both, baby.
Okay, you gotta combine both. Think about the face and the skin.
I see that you like to have an afro, so you take care of your hair a lot, right?
Yeah, I do have to twist
So
it.
transfer that a little bit to your skin, and you will see.
See?
It's easy. Like, I'm going to give you a tip.
What's the tip?
You use a body soap, right?
Yes.
A body wash. So have your face cleanser next to your body wash.
Well, in my house, see, that's the thing. In my house, I do all that. I got masks for days. I got all, it was, the whole K-beauty thing, that whole world of Korean beauty products and the face masks. I have like 1 billion of those. Shout out to Tiffany for taking me to this place. I don't even know where it was. I was in somewhere and they had all these masks. But I have it at home. But I think the travel part of it is like the idea of like having to bring things. You're just like, I just want to get ready and get out of here. Would a simple face wipe do? Like if you they're basic.
No, because you need to hydrate. Remember, we have different temperatures. Tomorrow is 70, today is 30. So the temperature are always changing and affecting your skincare routine. So you need to hydrate. I cannot live with a moisturizer with SPF 50. It's very important to hydrate and to protect yourself from the sun.
So when you go running, you lather up and everything?
Correct, I do.
Oh, I'm so bad.
Even that it washes off, but I use it.
Okay. Yeah. So how often do you have to repeat? Do you know?
I try to reapply 3 times a day. But that's me. I mean, at least if you apply once a day,
some should do something. Something should work.
Exactly.
Something should work. Look at that. You came here and you're like getting beauty tips like right now. You're getting skin tips. Question, let's stay on that for a second. So you talked about like mostly working with male face? I know you.
Correct. I'm a skincare specialist for men.
Okay.
I work for Estee Lauders and companies under the umbrella of Lab Series.
Oh, awesome. So what do you see as a problem that men have a lot with skincare? Do they even, I feel like that's just like kind of a taboo. Like you're like, we're just glad they put soap on their face.
I mean, right now, it's not a taboo anymore. Men are coming up to the counter and asking, the thing is to getting into a routine. That's the hard part. But once they're in a routine, they get addicted and they keep coming back and coming back.
They come back to see you. I don't believe it. It was like, oh, I just need a refill. I just wanted to look at you one more time as you pass me that. Hi, you know, all that radiance there. But no. I do not want to objectify you at all in any way, shape, or form. But no, I know it's really good if you have a routine. You know, if you get that into your schedule and get that into your life, and you're like, okay, I know I need to do that. How do people get skincare in the routine? It's just doing it. Is it?
Yeah, you just have to. You need to know what you want. So you want a dry skin or a hydrating skin. So if you know what you want for the best for your skin, you're gonna get into a routine.
So how much water do you drink? Do you drink a lot of water?
I drink a lot of water. I drink 60 ounce daily.
Oh my gosh.
60 ounce of water.
So everybody, that's 1 bottle of water times what that shoot. Oh man, did I just do that to myself?
I own one of those Suero bags,
the big
20
ones.
ounce. So I fill it up 3 times.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That makes it easier.
So that's good for your skin. And then you're active, so you need that hydration
correct.
to keep yourself going. Okay, everybody. So go ahead and get those 60 ounces.
20 ounces.
20 ounces, I'm sorry, but 20 ounces, but fill it up and get yourself hydrated, because I want pretty skin. You're right. I don't want to be sitting here like the camera's pan from the bottom and it's like, ooh, look at them sexy legs. Ooh, look at them toned legs. Look at that booty. Oh my gosh, she does squats. Look at them abs. Look at that chest. Look at those arms. Damn, what happened to her face?
You have beautiful arms.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you. I appreciate it. I'm just, I'm muscular. Muscular, and then, so growing. So back to just the idea of pageants. So how do you prepare? Like, what does that look like? I mean, I know you're still in the gym, but I think a lot of people think it's just like, oh, you're just beautiful.
No,
you got it.
That's the misconception about pageants. Actually, any woman that gets into pageant, they need to work. It's a job. It's a lot of hard work. You need to prepare your body. You need to prepare your wardrobe. You need to prepare for interview. You need to prepare for appearance. It's a lot. It's a lot of things in such a small amount of time.
So when does everything start? I mean, okay, everything started like the day you got the crown. You were like, I'm Miss New York. Oh my gosh! Did they go, okay, tomorrow?
Correct.
Oh gosh!
It starts as soon as you get crowned.
They're like, yes, here's a crown. And your schedule for tomorrow is starting at 6 a.m.
Then yourself will start going crazy.
Oh, so I'm just about to. So how do you not go crazy though? It sounds like a lot. You're doing a lot. I mean, you're in school. Are you still in? You're still in school.
Correct.
So she's in school. You're studying business management.
Correct.
And then you're working, and then you're doing this.
Correct.
How exactly? Like how do you not get stressed out?
I mean, I do, but the amount is very little. And what I do is I wake up very early at 5:30, 5:45. I'm already up, and then I plan the day, and I squeeze a lot into my day. So I don't let the stress get into me. I actually laugh a lot when I'm stressed out, and people don't like that because they don't think I'm being serious. But I'm just being a little stressed out, and I like to release it through laugh. To be happy.
So laughing keeps you going. Laughing keeps you happy. And as she laughs.
You see?
That is so great. So how did you end up, as far as thinking about what beauty is? Take a sip of water. Yes, you get a sip of water. I'm going to sip some water because now she made me shame because I think I drank like 1 cup today. All right. So thinking about that. So what is the physical demands? Like, so is fitness a requirement as part of it, or is it more about the dates at this point, like the appearances and that? How do you fit that? How do you fit fitness in? And is that something that they build into your schedule as well, or do you build it in for yourself?
I mean, I'm trying. I'm not working out as much as before, but the days that I do work out, I'm with a trainer or a tone house at 6 a.m.
Oh boy! So 5:30 and 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So you're just in there and you're going
Correct.
hard. So that's good. So do you ever feel intimidated by that? The first time you went there or anything like that? Since it's been a while because you were busy with this. Do you ever feel intimidated when you go to the gym?
No, because I know what I want and I have a goal. So
you,
I cannot feel intimidated.
oh, see, so she's
I
like,
need to keep going.
just go, just get it.
Even when I cheat.
Oh, you cheat. You're just like, oh, you're like, what's your cheat? What does your cheat look like?
Oh my God. Last night,
What?
I had 2 slices of pizza.
Oh, yes.
And after 5 years, a cup of soda, Pepsi.
Oh, I would have went for Coca-Cola myself, but yeah, there you go. So those are your cheats. You're like your pizza. You think so? Is your diet usually really really clean? Like
Yeah,
overly clean?
I eat very clean. But as you mentioned before, we are both running the United Half. So this weekend, I'm going all in. Pasta.
Oh
And
yeah,
more pizza.
carb loading.
Yep.
So yes,
I cannot wait.
so we're both doing. Apparently, we're both doing the New York City half marathon. Fun thing about this though, she's in the first wave. I'm in the second, and she tried to throw it in my face like, "Oh, you slow people in the back, you go ahead." And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We both get to the same end, and as long as I get there,
Lexi, because I haven't trained properly for this one, so
so
we might catch up.
I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna look for you. I'm gonna be
Like girlfriend, are you alive?
don't worry, I'll pick you up. I'll carry you. It's like one of those movies. Like,
Please do so.
I'll just carry you. I got you. I'll be like, no, we gotta get her up. The woman running in the sash. She's running in the tiara. Are you running in tiara?
No, I can't. They're heavy.
Oh, really?
They're heavy.
That's
But
a
I
good
have a
workout.
special outfit for that.
You do?
For that race.
Oh my gosh. I would ask, but I'm sure it's like a surprise, right? Is it a surprise? Can I?
No, it's just a special logo.
Oh, special logo.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna make sure I check that out and look for that. So thinking even further now, what are your goals and your platforms as Miss New York? Like, what is the thing that makes you're very passionate about right now?
Well, my main goal is to inspire more immigrants like myself who came from any country in the world, not only Dominicans, but everybody. It's very, very hard when you come to this country for the first time. And sometimes you just want to give up because you don't have what you had in your country. But I want to be a role model and an inspiration to those people to look at me and say, oh, she did it. I can do it. Even that it takes a long path and hard work, I still can do it.
So you're about to inspire all these young
Correct.
ladies, all these Dominican sisters.
Everybody,
to get out there.
Dominicans, Colombian, Puerto Ricans, Venezuelan,
Yeah.
Albanians, everybody.
I mean, it's interesting. I think that's a beautiful, the idea of like trying to just be there and be present. I thought, and even going back to your story initially about how you got into it, thinking about the stereotypes, and I guess this is also part of why I was like, oh, this would be a great conversation to have with you. Talking about stereotypes of what beauty is. Like growing up, the fact that you thought that beauty was, and that's very, very true. I grew up here too. Same thing. My family's from Trinidad. And so I'm first generation American, born here though, but very much engrossed in my culture. And what was stereotypically seen as beautiful was, is fair skin. I worked at a interesting thing. I worked at a discount store in my neighborhood growing up. And growing up in Flatbush, and at the discount store, we had these creams that would stay behind the counter that we couldn't put out there because they'd always get stolen. It was the creams that did skin whitening, skin bleaching, things like that. Like those were like $20. Like one little jar would be like $20 in like the hood, and it was just really interesting to see how I was like, I didn't even realize this exists. And you'd see them, they'd come in and ask for it, and their skin would be discolored, like their hands would be discolored, their face would be lighter than their neck. Things like that. So thinking about like beauty and growing up with beauty, how do you think you challenge? Do you think you challenge the stereotype of beauty outside of just that? Is that your goal too? Thinking about what the stereotypes of beauty are, like the stereotypes of beauty. Do you think you challenge that just by being in the role that you're in?
I never challenged that, but in my mind, I have like for pageant. That this stereotype that only light-skinned women were beautiful. But after I saw that woman make it so far, I said to myself, I can do this.
Definitely. It's so important that you recognize that, and you recognize that. So, can I go a little deeper in that too? The body type. So thinking about that, what are the stereotypes of like beauty in as far as Latin culture? Are there stereotypes for beauty there, or is it just a stereotype, the umbrella? Because I think for me, I didn't realize that was like a thing, outside until I got a little bit older, about dark skin, light skin, fair skin, brown skin. But like body type is what is the stereotype of what a Latina should look like?
Well, obviously there is a stereotype of what a Latina should look like. But Latinas, we all comes in different shape, different size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 114 pounds.
Oh my gosh, I might have been 14.
Yeah.
I was 114
and
pounds.
I love to eat rice and beans. So I'm not supposed to be 114 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So Latina comes in different packages.
Mm-hmm.
Thicker, curvy, skinny, tall, petite.
But growing up, did you feel that you didn't fit that stereotype, the idea of like curvy or anything like, or I mean, what like physically as far as that growing up as a child? Did you feel like there were insecurities or things like that?
I really wasn't paying attention to
Ooh.
that. I was just being myself.
Like, did you not know I'm cute?
Yeah.
She said, let everybody know. Excuse me, I'm cute. I don't really know what you think is cute, but I know I'm cute. And so that was it. So that was
correct.
it.
I love myself since I realized who I was. Yeah.
How can we get women to see that? How can we get other people to see that, to be that? What do you think maybe can help people feel that way that you did growing up? Was it what made you feel that way? Because a lot of people are insecure.
Like I mentioned before, we only have one body and there's only one life.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to accept what we have and the body that we have.
But what helped you accept the body that you have? Was it was it like, did you have like a really strong family background that was just like, no, you're beautiful? Did you or did you have somebody telling you all these things? Because it sounds like, you seem like you might have been really wise beyond your years.
No. The only thing I heard about beauty when I was younger, it was like, you have the nose of your mom, you have the eyes of your father, you have both beauty of your parents combined. Mm-hmm. But I never heard people coming up to me, oh, you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. No, because I came to this country at the age of 13. Mm-hmm. So half of my early childhood, I spent it in the Dominican Republic with both of my parents. Mm-hmm. So people was actually comparing me to my parents.
And not necessarily to the stereotypes outside
Correct.
of that.
They were like always looking at me and they were like, you have the eyebrows of your mother, the nose of your father. Mm-hmm. There was always picking size.
So it's more about your heritage than...
Correct.
That's awesome.
Correct.
That's an awesome way to... And that's actually probably a really powerful way to live.
And that brings me a lot of good memories. I remember people stopping me. Let me see who you look like. Do you look like your mom or do you look like your dad?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, so heritage played a role in self-esteem as far as just like,
Correct.
I'm connected to this person and that person.
Correct.
And so I think sometimes everybody's so busy trying to connect themselves to people that are not them, that have no DNA.
I agree.
So that's really that's so powerful.
Correct.
I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. You know what? You guys don't understand. We might be sitting next to Miss USA. I think it's just that'd be amazing. I'm a brag. I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys. Oh yeah, her. Oh my gosh, Genesis. I'm gonna just call you by first name. They're like, oh, did you see Miss USA? Genesis. That's my friend there.
I know her, girl.
That's my best friend. You ain't know. That's my girl. Hold on, let me get her.
That's my homegirl. We're from Brooklyn.
That's right.
We go hard.
We go hard. Brooklyn. As long as let them know. Brooklyn go hard. That is so great. All right, so we're wrapping up a little bit, and we have one final thing that we always do. Everybody has to answer these questions. It's called the Inquisition. Okay, nothing crazy. It's just like these are just the questions that I think everybody might want to know, or it's just really good facts for everyone to make sure we know about. Right. So, are you ready?
I think.
I promise I'm not asking anything crazy. I'm not asking anything crazy. Actually, I have one last question before I ask that.
Okay, tell me.
So, What do you say? And this is something I think is also serious because we're talking about stereotypes of beauty. Everybody's talking about what standards of beauty are, and now being a part of pageantry, it does presents a standard, something that this is beautiful. We know that you're, first of all, you fly. You better work, girl.
Thank you.
But definitely it does present something there. So what do you say to people that think that pageants are just like for women that don't know much, for women that aren't that smart and they've just been pretty their whole life, or what do you say to people that think that pageants are really just about, making women seem like that's all they are. They're an object that's pretty. What do you say to people that do that?
Pageants are not that. Pageants can start off your career.
Mm-hmm.
And pageant can inspire other people.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how you look, if you're skinny, if you're thin. Pageant is for a person that wants to succeed in a fun way. But you also have to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
And most of those women that get on stage, they're smart and they're confident. You need to have guts to go on a stage and be judged by judges.
And the world. And the city.
Correct. And the city that you're representing. You cannot judge a beautiful woman that is on a stage just because it's a beauty pageant. That woman is there because maybe she has a law degree. She goes to school for business. She is a doctor. She's an entrepreneur. There's many things behind those beautiful women.
And maybe we're the ones looking at it wrong. We're looking at it only on the outside.
Correct. If you see after a woman win a pageant, they're becoming an inspiration for people.
So the goal of the pageant is to inspire women.
Correct.
That's great.
To lift each other.
So it's just having us. So is it like a sorority? You guys are all just like, we're pageant ladies. Yes, we did this.
I'm proud.
There you
I'm
go.
proud.
Oh, okay. I had to ask that before we went into the Inquisition.
I know, but that's like a taboo that been going on for years.
Yeah, for forever. I watched the movie Miss Congeniality. I think that was like an interesting like kind of concept around it. But I do think that, it's important to continue to challenge those concepts of that. So, but yeah, so we're going to go into the Inquisition and wrap this up, but everybody has to answer these questions. And, it's like kind of like what comes to mind kind of thing. So it's going to be pretty fast, but I think you can do it. I believe in you. As she takes a huge sip of water.
Correct.
So every time she takes a sip of water, I'm taking a sip of water. Like, hold on. You're not going to out-sip water. You're not going to out-sip me, okay? So, but, all right. So let's start talking about it. Ready? You ready? Yes. Ready, set, go. All right, boom. How often do you work out?
4 times a week.
4 times a week. Which would you rather hold for 30 seconds, squats or planks?
Planks.
Thing that people do at the gym that most annoys you?
Take a long time using a machine.
You're like, I need that. Body parts you're insecure about or paying a special attention to?
My arms.
Okay. Song that you hear to get you hyped in a workout. Like, what's your workout song right now?
Oh my God, I have so many.
Is there one thing that just kind of always comes up in a playlist, or maybe two?
I mean, Dura by Daddy Yankee. I love that
Daddy
song.
Yankee's everything. Yes. Workout gear or equipment you swear by. Is there like a machine that you're like, oh no, I use that, or is there something?
I like the sandbag.
The sandbag.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
gangster.
love the sandbag.
That's gangster. She said, I'm thinking she's gonna say like a little. She's like, no, I want to pick something up and throw it down.
I do. Thank you, Tom House.
Favorite healthy snack or dish?
Oh my God, my favorite healthy dish right now. I started last week this Mr. Green from Juice Generation with chocolate vegan protein and kale and spinach.
Okay, so Mr. Green from there.
Juice Generation.
Juice Generation. What's your favorite not so healthy snack or dish? I think you answered this a little earlier.
I mean, pizza is one of them, but my ultimate favorite is tostones with a lot of ketchup. So obviously, I'm Dominican. I love to eat fried food.
So fried food, tostones is everything. I might
With a lot of ketchup.
with a lot of ketchup. Are we going to eat that after the race? Maybe.
That could be a possibility.
That might be the goal. That might be the goal. So what's your sport or style of exercise that you wish you could do? Like something that you wish you could do that's a physical thing.
I wish I can ice skate.
Ice skate, so you're about to be one of those people spinning in the Olympics. Yep. Got you. What's your biggest gym fail? Like you tried to do something at the gym and it might have been like either like it didn't work out or it might have been even a little embarrassing.
You know which one is my gym fail?
Which one?
Oh my God.
She's like, she looks stressed right now. She's like, I'm about to say this. What happened?
Gallops.
You did gallops?
Gallops. At Tongue House.
Uh-huh.
The coaches are always screaming, Genesis, you need to finish.
You're like, no.
But I do. But
it
takes me a long time.
So that's your like thing that's like, I'm just going to fail at this. I'm going to just struggle. I'm going to struggle through. Okay, so gallops. You guys, if you don't know what gallops, Google it. On those struggle days, those days where it's hard to get up and go to the gym in the morning, what do you tell yourself to get yourself out and get yourself working out?
I'm like, I have to go to Miss USA.
Oh, so, yeah, you do have a really good goal, right?
It's Miss USA time.
You wake up and you're like, I don't want to. Miss USA. Okay. Put my shorts on. And that is it. You finished the Inquisition. I think you did a really great job. You just killed that.
Thank you.
And you get such good answers. Made me hungry now. I want some tostones.
Me too. I like them from the Chinese one, from the corner.
Oh, they have those.
With chicken wings.
See, you know what? She's just teasing, like bringing all this good food that I can't have. But
we cannot have.
We can have it sometimes. That's what it is. I'm definitely one of those people.
Maybe Sunday I will call my Chinese guys.
You're like, you earned that. You did a half marathon without fully training for it the way you probably wanted to. But you did a New York City marathon in November. So I think you'd be all right. And you didn't find no injuries, anything
no
like
injuries.
That. Praise God. And so I'm praying for the best for you.
Thank God.
And, if I see you on the course, I'm going to wave like I know her. But, yeah, thank you so much, Genesis, for being a guest. I appreciate you, Miss New York. And sorry, excuse me. I'm not even going to say, she whispered like Miss USA. Yes,
no,
you know what? I'm claiming
Miss
it for
New
you.
York USA.
I'm claiming it for you. You know what? You are right. You speak the things that aren't as though they are. Yes, Miss USA. We have Miss USA in the building.
Oh my God.
She is about to run the United States of America. Yes, Miss USA.
Oh, I wish, but for right now, I am Miss New York USA. And thank you for having me here. It was an honor to be in your podcast.
Thank you, Miss New York USA.
Thank
you so much. Appreciate you. So you guys, you've been listening to the Compound Movement, just another example of just how, we got to reframe what we think about fitness and health and what we think about beauty and image in ourselves. I think that this was a great episode that talked about a little bit of everything. And then we got some skincare health up in there. What? Maybe I'll let you know. Okay, next podcast, maybe I'll tell you if I buy some wipes and some hydration. Let me see if I can get some more water going in my system. But thank you so much, everybody out there, for listening. Feel free to tell a friend if you like this podcast. Share it, post it, and I will make sure I repost it if you are on Instagram, anything like that, or feel free to visit thecompoundmovement.com, all that good stuff, and for more tips and for more cool stuff. This is your girl Shanelle Gabrielle signing off. Peace.